Want to see what's growing in my garden? It's the end of March. Let's take a tour. This is the right side of the garden area. I think it's about 13 rows. And each row, I think, is about 70, 75 feet or so, give or take. It's a pretty good size. I can't keep up with it, but I do my best. My garden beds over the winter have had either cover crops, daikon radish, this is crimson clover, or wood chips, or weeds all over them. The goal is to keep the beds covered all the time, and preferably with something growing in them, to keep the microbes and the worms and all the under soil creatures happy and thriving and creating good soil. I'm not sure what this stuff is called. I have a guess, but I'm probably wrong, so I won't bother saying it. I leave it to grow though in the early spring because, gosh, all the little early flies and bees love it. There's not a lot flowering right now, so this is a great source for them. Got to keep the bees happy and the pollinators. And it's kind of pretty. This is my asparagus patch, and it needs some attention and some weeding. But look what I just saw. There, look. I've got a little asparagus growing, popping out. Yay! I'm gonna have good asparagus this year. That is a sure sign of spring. The best plants are the ones that come up on their own. These guys are parsnips. They made it all winter long. I saw little guys there, so I left them. And now they're starting to grow. They're the strongest plants in the garden, the ones that came up when they were ready. I wish all the plants grew that easy. Here's something else that's currently growing in my garden. Are you surprised? It's dandelions. I let these guys grow because they are early flowerers in the spring, so it's great for the pollinators. In theory, you can eat them. I haven't tried it yet, but someday I will. In the meantime, I'll let the bees be happy with them. Here's something else that is growing in the garden, all on its own. These are wild onions. I have thousands of them growing in my garden. And right now I'm yanking them to make room for my carrots. Here's the thing though, like these are edible, and I'm actually gonna pull these in because I just realized I'm weeding these onions to grow onions and leeks and carrots and stuff. But yesterday I pulled a whole bunch of these out in the area where I planted the leeks, and I don't know, maybe that was kind of stupid on my part, but they taste all right. I've had them before and they're very strong. My gloves are permanently onion smelly now. So yeah, I guess I should use these for dinner. Thousands of them, I kid you not. Most of that greenery down there are all wild onions. It's kind of out of control, really. Good thing I like onions. Good for me, bad for Brian. Here's something else that's in my garden at the end of March when it shouldn't be. I grew popcorn last year and then promptly left it there all winter long and never harvested it. I don't even know why. I think I just forgot about it. So I think the birds have been snacking on it throughout the winter, the things that they could get a piece of. And I'll bet if we pull this back, let's see what we find. Yep, popcorn. Maybe I'll take this one up and pop it. We did that 2 seasons ago. It was the first time that I ever successfully grew popcorn, and we shucked it and popped it and it actually made real popcorn. That was the coolest thing. Apparently not cool enough to harvest my popcorn last year though. And so it begins. This is the Colorado potato beetle. Something else that apparently is growing in my garden currently. It's a little early. Nothing else is growing. I don't even know what you're gonna eat. I don't have any potatoes yet. Battle of the bugs. Here we go. That big area over there with all the wood chips are chips that I have put down a 1.5 years or so ago. It's going to be an expansion area in my garden because, you know, you can never have too much garden space. Here's my bird bath. Got to keep the birds watered and happy. They eat bugs in the garden, so it's in my best interest. Also, keeping water in here in the summertime keeps them from pecking at my tomatoes, so it is a partly selfish move on my part. Here's what I really want to show you. This is something else that's growing. It's my garlic bed. Some are doing better than others. So in the front here are supposed to be Egyptian walking onions. Looks like I've only got one. I guess it's an Egyptian walking onion. These guys, what do we have here? Elephant garlic. And the rest of the row are hardneck garlic. I'm kind of new to growing garlic. You plant them down here in Tennessee. You plant them in the fall, so October, November-ish. And then they're one of the first things to come up in the springtime. Pretty cool. Lots and lots of work to do. And nothing's even growing yet. But we'll see in another 2 months. It's gonna look a little different down here. I hope. We'll do another tour maybe in another month or so. That's all for now. Have a good one, guys, and just keep growing. Got that area. Might as well use it, right?
You talking about wood chips again?
What'd you say?
I said, are you talking about wood chips again?
Well, yeah. Wood chips are fun.
You got a problem, wifey.
Maybe just a little bit. More wood chips. Busted.